Ashtavakra Gita, the complete story, philosophy, and learnings. The Ashtavakra Gita is a profound text on Advaita Vedanta, presented as a dialogue between the sage Ashtavakra and King Janaka. It is one of the purest expressions of non-dualism, Advaita, emphasizing the idea that liberation is immediate and effortless once one realizes the truth of their existence. It doesn't tell you to work hard for liberation. It says you are already free. You just don't know it yet. Today, in this video, we dive deep into this extraordinary scripture, its story, its teachings, and its profound wisdom. If you're ready to question everything and see beyond illusion, stay with me till the end. This text is framed as a conversation between Ashtavakra, a young sage, and King Janaka, a ruler known for his wisdom and spiritual curiosity. Long before Ashtavakra was born, his father, Kahota, was a devoted sage and a student of the great rishi Udalaka. Kahota was known for his unwavering faith and commitment to studying the Vedas. In time, he married Sujata, the daughter of Udalaka, and soon she became pregnant. While the child was still in the womb, Sujata spent her days listening to Kahota as he chanted the scriptures. But something remarkable happened. The unborn child inside her began to absorb and understand the sacred texts. One day, as Kahota recited a verse, the unborn child from within the womb spoke aloud, "Father, your pronunciation of this mantra is incorrect." Kahota was stunned and humiliated. How could his own unborn son correct him? Overcome with anger, he cursed the child. "Since you have insulted your own father, may your body be born twisted in 8 places." Thus, when the child was born, he was deformed, with his body bent at 8 points, his arms, legs, chest, and head. Because of this, he was named Ashtavakra, meaning one with 8 bends. Shortly after Ashtavakra's birth, Kahota left home to earn wealth for his family. He traveled to the court of King Janaka, a great patron of scholars, where he challenged a renowned scholar named Bandi to a debate. Bandi, the son of Varuna, was a powerful scholar who had defeated many sages in debate. But his victories came at a terrible cost. Every defeated scholar was drowned in the river, sacrificed to Varuna. Kahota, too, lost the debate and was thrown into the river, disappearing from the world. Sujata, now widowed, was left alone to raise her son. Ashtavakra, despite his physical deformities, grew up to be an extraordinary child, surpassing even the greatest sages in wisdom. Raised by his grandfather, Udalaka, and his mother, Shvetaketu, he quickly mastered the Vedas, Upanishads, and philosophy at an incredibly young age. By the time he was 12, Ashtavakra had not only absorbed immense knowledge, but also displayed an unshakable inner confidence. One day, he learned the terrible truth: his father, Kahota, had been defeated and killed by Bandi. Filled with righteous anger, he vowed to avenge his father and set out for King Janaka's court. Ashtavakra arrived at King Janaka's grand assembly, a place filled with the wisest scholars of the land. As he entered, the court erupted into laughter. The scholars mocked his twisted body, whispering among themselves, "How can such a crippled child claim to be wise?" But Ashtavakra remained unshaken. He turned to King Janaka and with piercing clarity said, "Your Majesty, I came here seeking wisdom, but instead, I see only foolishness. These men do not recognize true knowledge. They judge only by appearances, like blind men mistaking a rope for a snake." His words shocked the court into silence. King Janaka, recognizing the brilliance of the boy, immediately invited him to debate Bandi. In a fierce battle of intellect, Ashtavakra and Bandi debated over the highest truths. Ashtavakra's wisdom was unmatched, his arguments sharp as lightning, his knowledge deeper than the ocean. Bandi, realizing he was defeated, finally revealed the truth. "I am the son of Varuna, the god of the ocean. The sages I defeated were not truly dead. They were taken to my father's kingdom. My duty is now complete. I shall release them." With that, Bandi brought back all the drowned sages, including Ashtavakra's father, Kahoda. Reunited with his father, Ashtavakra's heart was filled with joy. Kahoda, seeing the greatness of his son, blessed him, saying, "My son, your wisdom has freed me. Now let me free you from your curse." As Kahoda bathed Ashtavakra in the sacred river, his twisted body straightened, and he emerged radiant, whole, and divine. The boy who had once been mocked for his deformities had now become a sage beyond compare. Later in his life, Ashtavakra encountered King Janaka once again. This time, Janaka, who had already witnessed the boy's unmatched wisdom, humbly asked, "Master, how can I attain liberation?" Thus began the Ashtavakra Gita, one of the purest expressions of non-duality, Advaita Vedanta, the core teachings of the Ashtavakra Gita. 1. You are already free. Ashtavakra's first teaching is simple. You are not bound, so there is no need to be liberated. Liberation is not something to be achieved. It is your natural state. The only problem is that you think you are bound. Key verse. You are pure awareness, the witness of all things. Be happy. Janaka, upon hearing this, experiences a sudden shift in consciousness. He realizes that all his efforts, rituals, meditation, discipline, were unnecessary. Truth was always here. 2. The world is an illusion. Ashtavakra then reveals a shocking truth. The world is an illusion. Everything you see, touch, and experience is just a dream, like a mirage in the desert. The real you is beyond all of this. Like waves rising and falling in the ocean, the universe appears and disappears in the self. But the self is ever present. The moment you stop believing in the illusion, you wake up. But do you dare to let go? 3. The mind is the only bondage. What is keeping you trapped? Not the world, not society, just your own mind. The thoughts of attachment, fear, and desire create suffering. The moment you stop identifying with these thoughts, you are instantly free. The thought, "I am the doer," is the bite of a poisonous snake. To know I do nothing is the wisdom of faith. Be happy. Chapter 1. Freedom is not something to achieve in the future. It is right now, if you stop believing in the mind's lies. 4. Desirelessness is liberation. Most people spend their lives chasing happiness through money, relationships, power. Ashtavakra says, give up the chase. You are already that which you seek. True renunciation is not giving up the world, but giving up the attachment to it. One who neither desires nor rejects anything is neither attached nor detached. He simply is. Imagine living without fear, without craving, without expectations. That is true freedom. 5. No action, no effort is needed. Most spiritual paths say you must work hard to be free. Ashtavakra says you do not need to do anything. You are already that which you are trying to become. Just realize it. For one who has transcended the world, there is no joy or sorrow, bondage or liberation. He simply remains. For the awakened, even meditation is unnecessary. Just be. Janaka listens in silence. His mind is gone. His illusions have dissolved. For the first time, he sees reality, not as a king, not as a body, not as a person, but as pure awareness. With that, Janaka is fully enlightened. Ashtavakra simply smiles. Nothing more needs to be said. Comparison. Between the Bhagavad Gita and the Ashtavakra Gita. The Bhagavad Gita and the Ashtavakra Gita are two of the most profound spiritual texts in Indian philosophy. Both aim to guide seekers toward self-realization, but they differ greatly in their approach, teachings, and audience. Approach to liberation. The Bhagavad Gita offers a step-by-step approach, acknowledging that people have different temperaments and levels of understanding. It presents four main paths. 1. Karma Yoga, path of action, performing one's duty selflessly without attachment to results. 2. Bhakti Yoga, path of devotion, surrendering to God with love and faith. 3. Jnana Yoga, path of knowledge, understanding that the self is beyond illusion. 4. Dharma Yoga, path of righteous duty, living in accordance with one's responsibilities while maintaining spiritual awareness. The Ashtavakra Gita, however, rejects all paths and declares that you are already free. There is no need for action, devotion, or discipline. Simply recognizing your true nature as pure awareness is enough. View on the world. The Bhagavad Gita sees the world as real but temporary. It teaches that one must live and act without being attached to results. The Ashtavakra Gita sees the world as completely unreal, Maya. It says that bondage and liberation are just concepts. You were never bound to begin with. Action versus inaction. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that action is necessary, but it should be done without attachment. The Ashtavakra Gita states that action itself is an illusion. The moment you stop identifying with the body and mind, nothing needs to be done. Who can attain liberation? The Bhagavad Gita says anyone who follows the path of devotion, selfless action, or knowledge can attain liberation over time. The Ashtavakra Gita says only those who can instantly drop all illusions and realize their true nature as pure consciousness can be liberated. Conclusion. Which one is for you? If you are seeking guidance on how to live in the world while pursuing spiritual growth, the Bhagavad Gita is your answer. If you are ready to drop all concepts, including effort, duty, and even meditation, the Ashtavakra Gita is your path. Both texts point to the same truth, that liberation is about realizing your true nature. However, the Bhagavad Gita provides a structured journey, while the Ashtavakra Gita offers instant realization for those who are prepared. The Ashtavakra Gita is not just a book, it's an awakening. A text that shatters illusions, dissolves the ego, and reveals the truth in its purest form. It doesn't ask you to change, improve, or seek anything. It simply tells you, you were never bound. You were always free. The real question is, are you ready to wake up instantly, or do you need a gradual path? If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What part of the Ashtavakra Gita spoke to you the most? And if you're on a journey of exploring deep wisdom, don't forget to like the video to support the channel, subscribe for more book summaries and timeless wisdom. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, truth is not something to be achieved, but something to be realized. See you in the next video.